Tell me about some of your best memories at Marshfield High School.
I would say a lot of my best memories at the high school would be through sports, because I've been involved in sports for all 4 years, and so I've been in football and wrestling, and so some of my best memories have been through that. Just I've made a lot of friends through that, and it's been the most fun thing for me, I would say. And also I'm a member of the FFA, and so I've had a lot of really fun experiences through that, trips I've gone on, and all the activities I've been involved in with that.
Yeah, there are a few of the best students that we interview who are also student athletes.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little about football, because there's no other sport that has as much practice time to as little playing time that you have to, I think, take each game as precious because there are so few of them.
Exactly, yeah. That's definitely a big part of what I think about football. Yeah, it was definitely, I wasn't on varsity until my junior year last year, and it was definitely a huge difference and a big, reality check, because I wasn't used to playing under that much pressure the years before, and it was definitely a challenge, but I really enjoyed it and embraced it.
How does sports make someone a better student?
I think it makes you a better student because it really builds responsibility, and with hard classes that we take, you have to learn to manage your time and figure out a way to be good at your sport while still maintaining high academic level.
Tell me about a class over your time in high school that you had to work extra hard to get the grade that you wanted to get.
I would probably say my sophomore year I took AP English language class, and English was never my strongest subject, and I decided to challenge myself because they had a combined class with that and AP US history. And history I always did well in, so I just decided to take the combined class. They had 2 teachers teaching it, and then it was a 2-hour class. And so I took the English one, and that one was definitely a really big challenge for me, but it overall made me a way better writer, I feel like, going into college.
Talk to me about your involvement with FFA, because your family farms?
My family doesn't actually farm, but I've grown up around agriculture. My mom works for the UW Ag Research Station, and I've been involved with the fair for many years, because before I became a FFA member, I was in 4-H, and so I've grown up taking sheep to the fair, and they're not from my farm, but I buy them from a different farmer and take them to the fair. So FFA is, I really enjoy it because there's kids in it that share similar interests with me, and it was just always a really great opportunity, a lot of really fun activities we do, and that was something I really love about it.
I think a lot of city folks don't realize the technology and the science aspect that goes into modern day agriculture.
Oh, definitely. My goal after high school is to go to college for engineering, and kind of the side of engineering I want to get into is more the agricultural technologies, because growing up around agriculture and being in FFA and taking the ag classes while still being in the engineering classes, I figured out that there's definitely a blend between those two, and I find great interest in both, so I want to hopefully blend them together.
What schools did you look at, and what school did you decide on for after graduation?
I toured a lot of different schools. So I toured Madison, Milwaukee, MSOE, and Platteville.
That's hard, because when you get the brochures, they all look the same. They all have
Exactly.
students wearing the sweatshirt that are smiling and look like they're having a great time.
Exactly, yeah. I ultimately ended up picking Platteville because I just really liked it there. I felt like it would be a good fit. I kind of liked the small town atmosphere of it, where all the other schools I toured were Milwaukee, Madison, really big cities, and I liked the size of it, being the smaller class sizes, and that's what I really liked about Platteville.
Marshfield's kind of an interesting school like that because it's a big high school, but it's not huge either.
Right.
So you get a mix of, you probably know almost everyone that you're graduating with, but yet it's not small where you've been with the same people from grade school to now.
Exactly, yeah.
What advice would you give to a freshman who's just about to come into high school?
I guess I would tell them to get involved in many different things. I know a lot of kids who they say they only do academics or they only do sports. One thing that I think was the best decision I ever made was getting involved in so many different things, because well, you might be the top in the class and be the smartest person, but you don't have any social skills or anything like that. I got involved in sports, and I'm also in band, in FFA. I'm in all these different clubs, and I think it really helped make me a more well-rounded person, which is, while employers are definitely looking for the academics, that side of it, they're also looking for someone who's well-rounded, I think.
What do you play?
I play the alto saxophone in band.
Can you think of a teacher that made a difference, or a teacher that stood out as one of the best you've had here?
Yeah, my sophomore year, like I said, I took that pair of AP classes. The best teacher I've ever had, and I can say that for all my years of schooling, was Mr. Bauman. He taught the AP US history side of the class, and I just have never had a teacher that taught as well as him and truly cared about his students as much as he did.
That's interesting because you're not studying history,
right?
So it's a subject that's beyond the area that you're going to study.
Exactly.
And yet he made it interesting, made it come alive for you.
Right. Yeah. As I'm going to engineering, I've taken a lot of math classes and engineering classes, and while those teachers definitely have taught me a lot and I've learned a lot from them, I've never had one that quite impacted me as much as Mr. Bauman. Since it was an AP class, he taught it in the way that a college class would be taught, and I feel it really prepared me for college, that class did, and he really helped a lot in that way.
Well, congratulations on your achievements at Marshfield.
Thank you.